Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Civilization 6, Rise and Fall. I think we're on our way here. So if we take a look at the Great People panel real quick, we are actually about to get our first Great Writer. So we're going to start accumulating tourism from that. We're up to 15 tourism now from wonders and the holy sites that we captured. And we're completing wonders at a reasonable clip here. We're gonna run out of wonders to build pretty quickly, but we're getting somewhere. We're headed in the right direction. If we flip on the tourism thing, you can see a lot of our wonders haven't actually generated a whole point of tourism for us yet because of the fact that we took them so recently. But they will. Kind of expected this lens to show me roughly where my... Well, there's a difference between the amount of tourists that the thing's attracted and the tourism output per turn. And unfortunately, this tooltip is useless. Oh, it's from cities, you know, from cities. Alright, let's get going. I do believe the plan is still to completely wipe out Greece. Oh man, they've charged us with another artillery army. They're certainly not just going to roll over the way Korea did. Oh, yes. We researched a tech into a new era. We might still be able to Golden Age again. Alright, how are we going to deal with this? She's using great writers to scout. I assume what's happening here is that she has more great writers than she has room to put great works of writing into our empire. I'm gonna figure out, like, probably the best thing to do is move you to here. You can fit into the city. Alright, then we get 3 attacks on this. Okay. Despite being heavily outnumbered, which is to say, it was an army, we destroyed it. Ginger really needs to rebuild its walls. I don't want to take time off of the Taj Mahal, given the rate at which the other players are completing wonders. I'm a little worried that if I don't finish it now, I won't finish it at all. But man, I'd really like to put those walls up. And we are 3 turns from the end of this emergency, so we're about to get a pretty large amount of money, I think. By the way, if Greece sues for peace, I think we should take that seriously, really consider it. Because we could use a little bit of time off of the war to sort of reset. And then once we have our amenities and stuff back, we're still in our 2 arms golden age, and we could declare a 2 arms war, which has a considerably lower warmonger penalty. The moment our golden age ends, we're not going to have that easy justification anymore. We might have to do things differently. We'll see. There's more money to come from some of these routes, but like the 4 industry. I guess this does only have 2 science. This one has a point of culture. I'm actually not sure which one of these is better. I guess we're not working on anything of terrible import. I don't want to go all the way down to +2, but like a +3 that also gives +3 science is probably a good way to go here. And these are identical in every other way, except this one's only 7 turns long. Reconsider at some point. I'm less convinced that we're going to go to war with Alexander than I once was, because it may turn out that... Alright, let's check out this island. It may turn out that a cultural victory, tourism victory, is a perfectly reasonable way to go about this. So, what else do we need? What's next? That's right, radio's next. I was headed towards Seaside resorts. If we're thinking about going to a tourism victory, this is the thing we got to do. Once we have that, we probably need to focus on troops. Maybe we even need to focus on troops now. Nah. We're not too far off of being able to go up to artillery and infantry, though. Yeah, so that's something we can do quickly. But at some point, we may just get outclassed here. We have allowed our military technology to fall by the wayside. I do believe that, Oh, no, okay. That's the spy noise. I was about to say, oh, I do believe we've been spied on. But what happened is our spy successfully finished gathering sources. Alright. Looks like we're probably in for 2 more turns of that before the walls go down. You guys probably... try to reorient so that we're ready to move in over here. I have to say, I feel like the combat in this game, the ground combat, has been unusually constrained. We've spent a lot of time fighting in areas where there were like a bunch of mountain ranges close and stuff. There's basically been no open field combat at all. Okay, the spies in Yangsan. Unfortunately, what's probably going to happen here is that we're going to take this city in, well, I hope we're going to take this city in fewer than 8 turns. But I'm gonna attempt a siphon funds mission. I don't think there's any reason to go for reducing enemy loyalty, and this has the listening post is not a real mission and does not give you XP. We're just trying to get a level on our spy before we make some bigger decisions. Our spy moved over to the commercial hub to give us a little bit of extra vision. Not useful vision, unfortunately. Just sit there and be a spotter. Okay, free point of population, that's cool. These stolen settlers have been getting some stuff done. What do we need here? Well, we should have this anyway. You have a much more important thing available. A district slot. So the question is, do we want to put up a campus? We're now at 182 science per turn, thanks to all of our stolen campuses. So I'm wondering if we might be better off just, like, instituting more trade routes, or or building our government plaza. Why didn't I do that? Why didn't I build the government plaza? Perhaps that's wise. Part of the problem with the government plaza, or at least part of the problem with the government plaza for me, is that I keep thinking, well, hold on. It provides a large amount of loyalty. So I'm thinking, okay, hold on. We'll build it in a place where I can take advantage of the loyalty. We'll wait until I have a good spot where it is needed. But, it's just not. It's never going to happen. Where it is useful and both necessary. It's not a real place. So, which museum do we want? I'm going to build a museum here, but I'm not sure which one. We'll go for one more archaeological. And then we should probably build a couple more art museums, too. And I'm trusting Alexander to hold back the tide of Taoism. We could swap our alliance type with Tamiris to religious, and it would stop pressure from her cities toward converting us, but it wouldn't prevent her, as far as I'm aware, from just running apostles over and converting us the way she is doing now. Tamiris is probably going to have to be the target we go after next, despite our long friendship, because she's going to win the game if we don't stop her. Oh, wall damage was total. Time to move in. Trade routes to Alexander. We actually can't run routes from Nobamba to Alexander. Don't have the range, I guess. Okay, let's see. What is available here? That's a pretty good one. 4 industry, 3 science. I like that. I think I probably actually want to swap my alliance with him to a cultural one. Because that's the high-level alliance. And also, that's the one that we're going to maintain, at least for a while. Huh. Well, we should probably, at the very least, grab 1 envoy in Auckland. Plus 2 industry. I could declare the Golden Age war on Sunduk. So here's the question. Do I want to renew my declaration of friendship with Tamiris? Or do I want to start renegotiating my footing with her? Hey, wait a second. Wasn't this Scythia? Once upon a time? I thought I was bordering both Scythia and Greece. Greece might have taken this territory from them. And Preslav has turned into a free city. I don't know what you guys are doing down here. There's a whole game happening off in the periphery of our decisions. Yeah, that's a fine price. We're actually accumulating money very, very quickly now, and I'm not 100% sure what to do with it, even. Alright, I was victorious. I have +2 combat strength when attacking member units with a city strike, and I got 4,000 gold. Speaking of not knowing what to do with all this money, the armies of jealous civilizations fail to stop our people. The military emergency resolves in recrimination and blame. Yeah, a second Golden Age is starting to look very doable. We have 8 turns to find 5 points. Maybe not. I didn't realize the countdown had started, despite the fact that it has definitely been displaying across the top of the screen. I'm just, you know, I'm a little focused on other stuff here. Is that takeable yet? It looks like it is. Okay, and that has made our first army. That was only 1 point. Okay. We could liberate it to its original founder. No, that's cool. I'll take it. Yeah. It has 3 population, only 1 district, but that district does have a whole trade route capacity in it. And we get our first Great Writer, a little later than you would like if you were going for a cultural victory, but you know, these things happen. So where do I want to insert this spy? We could just spy on Alexander. I kind of think that's what I might do. I did not mean to click on that city banner. Yeah, the problem is we just don't know, we don't know the positions of a lot of cities. The other thing we could do is spy in Auckland. That's not going to accomplish anything. We could spy in Zanzibar and try to steal money from them, I guess. That's seems unnecessary. I'm going to put our spy in... Man, we need more vision of more players' stuff. It's strange that I can't target... Oh, no, here it is. It's just the name is abbreviated. I kind of want to insert here, just for the chance of our spy gaining a little bit of visibility for us. And I believe our relationship with Alexander is so incredibly positive that he will definitely forgive us for spying. Like, we've accumulated a lot of warmonger penalties over the course of the game, like a lot, and I think they all register as positive with Alexander. Alexander's happy to see that we're at war with others. +7, +15 ally, +6 declared friend. Yeah, we are massively, massively positive with him. The trade between our nations also helps. Alright, we had to find 3 more great era points. 3 more era score. We can probably just purchase this factory. Boy, I don't even know what to do. This is a lot of money. And we don't really have anything super pressing to do with it. I should buy this kind of stuff where I can. So, like, letting the amphitheater finish first is a good idea, but like we could just buy this museum. Right, screw waiting 12 turns. I guess you just build a bank? I don't know that I even want to spend money on that. We could buy some stuff here. Although the most important thing is to put up basic walls again so that the enemy can't just walk in. Actually, I wonder if I can buy the buildings in the government plaza. That might be a good use of our money. Let's hold off until this is completed before we spend anything else. 50 turns. I do want the Bolshoi Theater, but this is obviously not the place to build it. What are the requirements? Flat land adjacent to a theater square. So there's a lot of places we could build that. Let's see. Gwangju, Chuncheon, Sungju. Sungju has the best production. Jinju is really good, actually. A lot of our stolen cities are pretty well developed. So, unfortunately, a lot of the places where we're already building wonders. I mean, I guess it's no big surprise that the city with Ruhr Valley in it is good at building wonders. We could put it right here. This is flatland, and it's adjacent to a theater square. It's not Jinju's theater square, but...
While the Colosseum stands, Rome shall stand. When the Colosseum falls...
Alright, that's not a bad one. That's some additional happiness. These cities should remain ecstatic. And there it is. That was our golden age. I kind of forgot we had 2 wonders that we're going to complete before the end of the age. So, actually, yeah, we're extremely good. Why don't we... I'm thinking of building another wonder. Like, in Ulundi, how is it possible for me to build the Bolshoi Theater 29 turns? That's not so bad. It's not so bad, and we can fix that up a little bit. So let's rebase this trader to Ulundi. We'll just start running trade routes out. Alright, so now we have a couple of great works. This is the start of us really pushing toward tourism. Again, considerably later than I would usually recommend, but this is what happened. So you can see each great work is generating some culture and some tourism. In addition, our museums, once they're full of great works, can become themed, and if they're themed, they double the output of the great works within them. So we need objects of the same type from different artists in museums, or in art museums, and in archaeological museums, we need artifacts of the same era from different civilizations. And great artists produce different types of works. You can see this one, Rembrandt van... Rijn, maybe? I think it's an IJ. This font is not awesome. But he'll produce 2 portraits and 1 religious work. And then obviously every artifact we find will have both an era and a civilization of origin. Okay, so actually we don't have to conquer Mycenae. It will flip over to us. By the way, I no longer feel the need to resettle this as a canal city because it turns out this isn't the ocean; it's just a lake. So if this falls to us, I probably will just keep it. Probably. It has a harbor, it has diamonds, which we don't have yet. Yeah, that's fine. We also have this worker. I don't know, man. Tile improvements sure are good at this point in the game. So yeah, I don't need to worry about this. Let's head southwest. Don't want to scout with the bombard. Okay. So that's an 83 combat strength city. This is why we were scouting with something that wasn't the bombard. We're just going to fall back and not get shot at by the walls. This is not usually the way that invasions go. You can only do this if you have managed to get either a 4 promotion artillery unit, or you have like observation balloons and stuff, which we just got access to. Ooh. Spices. That's a good resource. Alright, this might be a place to put a city. We're just expanding like crazy. Hey, here's where we could use some of that money. I'm going to buy a unit. Man, units are expensive. 55 melee strength, 55 melee strength. Okay. Well, I think we're probably better buying a musket than pike and shot. The melee class is a little bit better. You can see these are a little cheaper despite having the same combat strength, and that's because this one has a strategic resource requirement, so you get a little bit of a price bonus. Either units that require strategics are either a little cheaper or a little better than units that don't, as you might imagine. We'll use him to clear that barbarian camp, and then probably some other barbarian camps nearby, so that we're not having to worry about them spawning naval units. It does seem like they tuned down the amount that coastal barbarian camps spawn units, which I really appreciate, because that was annoying. Okay, here come the Sikhs. Everything's gonna be okay.
Did you ever build a castle in the air? Here is one. Brought down to earth and fixed for the wonder of ages.
And these little like wonder creation things that play are cool, but I bet this was really tedious for the poor modeler to make. Could you just model like all of the bricks individually and then submit a version of the model at each stage? Okay, we laid one more brick. Let's save that. Put that into the game. Okay, you cannot, in fact, buy government plaza buildings. Okay, so we should make one of these. +1 amenity and +4 housing in cities with governors, -2 loyalty in cities without governors is not really a problem. We have so many cities, so much population in such close proximity to one another that I don't think the -2 loyalty is actually going to be a big deal. We definitely don't need to increase production towards settlers. But Warlord's Throne is kind of awesome for us. We're capturing cities relatively frequently. 20% bonus production in all cities for 5 turns every time we do that. Yep, we're going Warlord's Throne. Oh, hey. Here's the question. Since we went for the Bolshoi Theater in the other place, do I just lay this down here? Or do I want to try to save this as a spot for a potential wonder to buff that one, and we lay down our theater square over something else? I don't really want to pull mines in the city that has Ruhr Valley, but we could like pull this farm. That's not a big deal. Let's have a quick look at what wonders are coming up relatively soon that we might want to build. So we'll look in here first. So this is all just the buildings for the water park. Broadway needs flatland adjacent to a theater square. Tourism from relics and holy cities is not diminished by enlightenment for other civs. Okay, the shopping mall is a new one. We can build those in neighborhoods. Strongly incentivizing each city to have a neighborhood, which is nice. Must be built adjacent to an entertainment complex. Built on the coast, adjacent to land in a harbor. Alright, so I'm going to hold that spot for potentially being able to build Broadway. We'll see. So yeah, I am going to lay our theater square here instead. The same amount of culture, it just means that I lose that farm. Not a big deal. Okay, and the capital just needs the most production that we can get it. So we have a +4 available here. Alright. Internal trade route, because all we're doing with this trade route is generating production. Yeah, our bombard is starting to get out of date. Try to send our great generals forward to do a little bit more scouting. Yeah, and these encampments are also making it difficult to advance. Greece's defenses are constructed in a pretty sensible way. Wow, yeah, this little island looks nice. Right here looks like a lovely spot to put down. Alright, we'll end our turn right here so that we can hop up next turn. Yeah, let's just go ahead and build the art museum. And we keep promoting Reyna until she is a curator. Tax collector for even more gold income. Possible we have too much money. Money's coming in too quickly. We can't even use it. Oh yeah, I definitely don't want my stuff with him to run out. We want to keep building up that alliance. Alright, so each of your districts grant an additional great person point per turn if you have a trade route from that city to your ally. So what we actually want to do is try to spread out our trade routes origin points. Because it wasn't +1 great person point per district per trade route. It's +1 if you have at least one trade route. So we want to be running at least one trade route to Alexander out of as many different cities as possible. Yeah, I think this is still the right one. Getting less science, but more culture out of all of our trade stuff. Let's run this guy over here to merge up. So, wait, hold on. Where are all of our trade routes coming from? Right now we have trade routes to Alexander from Nodwengu, Bulawayo, Chuncheon, Nobamba, and Alexandria. Okay, so this is a unique city. There's one that is not already running a route. This is a pretty good route. Actually, this route is better. I'll trade a point of gold for a point of industry any day. Yeah, that's good. And plus, all these trade routes are putting additional Sikhism pressure on us, which is nice. And Odwengu is already running a route to him, so... let's rebase to Ulundi. Yeah, this is starting to take longer. Starting to see city strengths be a lot higher. So you can get back and rejoin with him, because we have the other Scout General available. Yeah, what a nice little island. Okay. Ndwengu has an extra slot here. We could build our first aerodrome. I guess just make me a bank for now. I'm not sure where we want our aerodromes even to be. Alright, Sungju unfortunately does not have a theater square. This would be a good time for it to just produce a theater square project, you know? But it cannot do that. I look at that every single time we have to build something here. I think we are just going to go on district projects, though. I don't really need more military units, I don't think. Or at least not military units of this type. What I need is newer, better military units. We're not getting good value out of the spies we have already. I guess we should have somebody counter-spying. Cities where there are great works, especially cities where there are a lot of great works, do need spies to defend against the potential of a great works heist. Obviously, I'm not too worried about the warrior with our 60 strength city. I'm going to go grab this tribal village, and then when the builder completes, we'll have to probably escort him a little bit. Gorgo's still building stuff. She is definitely a threat. We have to deal with her.
In a market economy, however...
Hey, we met Lisbon. They would like us to send a trade route, which I probably will not do. I'll go ahead and throw an envoy down for +4 gold per turn, I guess. Wow, look at how densely packed the districts are over here. Yeah, this is going to be a fine addition to our empire. Alright, so we don't have a route from Ulundi to Alexander. Just want to take one of these ones that gives 4 industry. Yeah, okay. Alright, the villagers here knew the secrets of organized sanitation systems. And also economics. That was a pretty good little little village that they had going there. Oh. Yeah, shoot. I wish I had thought about that a little bit more. Oh, we have at least 3 more cities than our next biggest rival. I just got 7 era score that I really wish I had waited until after the era flip to take. Oops. Alright, we haven't looked at our policies too much recently. We probably ought to throw on Grand Opera now. We lost whatever was in this slot. I do not remember. Trade Confederation's actually useful now. But not as useful as this policy is. And I think I still like the 15% faster growth for most of our cities at this point. Yeah, I'm fine with our policies now, actually. Okay, what do you want? I kind of want to establish an industrial zone here quickly. I guess what we really ought to do is get a builder, but I can buy a builder. Like an industrial zone will make it so much easier for us to build everything else. Put it like right here, and that way we can put a quarry adjacent to it for the extra point of industry. Yeah, I really, really need to upgrade to proper artillery. We can wander a little bit, but obviously we want to maintain vision of Corinth. What? Are you... You failed to kill a warrior in one hit? That's very embarrassing for you. I'm a little surprised by how little Gorgo's defending herself. I get the very poor defense of Korea. They didn't really have a military to speak of when we invaded them, and they were very focused on science. They didn't have a ton of production either. Although they got up those power plants, I guess, before we finished the job. But Gorgo has a huge empire, and we know she has real military units because she's been driving artillery armies at us. She should be putting up a more focused resistance here. So let's see. We could build a foreign ministry, leveraged units. So yeah, we're not going to be leveraging city-state militaries very often, I don't think. Although we do have the money to do that. +1 spy and spy capacity. Or you can buy land units with faith. You know, honestly, our faith income's not terrible. This might totally be worth doing. Let's grab that. We're going to do the same thing with these guys, just run them over to our other field cannon corps and turn that into an army. Yeah, I suppose I should build another bombard. We can army up that bombard. A lot of very developed territory over here. So actually, now that we have vision of some stuff a little deeper into their empire, let's move our spy to Sparta. Sparta won't be under attack for a while, and it has lots of districts. We could probably... Oh yeah, we might be able to steal a great work. We'll see. It'll be a while before we're actually attacking Sparta. Okay. So, doubles tourism from great works of art, music, and writing in her city. She is currently in Sangju. But we should probably move her. Probably just to the capital, right? By the way, I'm looking at patronage here. We are now out great artist pointing Greece pretty significantly. We're over on great musician points as well, but we might be able to use patronage to steal even more art people. Oh, apparently we're about to get James Watt. Oh, James Watt will be very useful in our new industrial district, which we're probably going to have to employ some trickery to get finished. But yeah, I think it makes sense to just move her to here, since that's where our only great works are, and that's where our next few great works will be, probably. To the capital with you. I wonder if we should chop this to provide a little bit of a push toward finishing the theater. And then we could replace it with a mine. At this point in the game, I'm going to be a little bit more unlikely to chop forests on flat land adjacent to rivers, but I think it's okay to chop forests on hills. Oh, we lost Zanzibar. Iris went to 5.
Colonialism.
That's okay, I don't think it's a big deal. So we now have oligarchic legacy available because we finally built our legacy structure. I don't think we need it, but it's a pretty good one. Melee, anti-cavalry, and naval melee units. Yeah, that's not my primary concern. Oh, we've completed our first theater square with a starting adjacency bonus of 3 or higher. Man, I'm really accumulating a lot of era score with us over our threshold here. Give me another single bombard. No, wait, sorry. I'm already doing that. What else? What else do we do? We don't have an Akonda in this city. I mean, maybe the thing to do is to start working on another bombard army. Really wish that I had another district slot. We can just make an Akonda and build it outright. So we'll try to leave Sparta alone for a little while. Let our spy try to gain some XP over here. We'll sweep westward, I guess. Oh hey, that's a large city-state. What used to be a city-state. Okay, there's the camp. We're actually safe to walk out here and build this farm. Not that building that farm is, like, hugely valuable. You know, I'm going to do the same thing here. Let's make an industrial zone. I will put it down here in the tundra. It'll be adjacent to our diamond mine. Here in Yangsan. Watermill's not awesome. We are close to our housing cap, though. I guess, yeah, we need a granary. I will take back my city-state buddy. Ooh, they almost have coal. That coal's not actually accessible to any of the cities around it right now. Weird. You could probably found a city right there. Is there anything else that needs doing? I don't think so, actually. Yeah, as soon as we finish radio, I need to get proper artillery tech. You guys are just embarrassing yourselves. Come on. Yep, so Korea doesn't like it when we get golden ages.
A world without radio.
Hold on, before we do anything else, let's look at what our dedication is. Just in case we could... Oh, no, that's right. It's a golden age. Our dedication will not provide era score. So, traders cannot be plundered. Cities with a governor receive 50% extra tourism from World Wonders and plus 100 tourism to all national parks. So, we only get one dedication here. We have to choose. I think I'm gonna lean into this. We're gonna try to, like... I don't think we have to focus so hard. We are not in any danger of losing any of the wars that we're currently having. Get out of there, run! We need our Scout Napoleon to move back into position here. Alright, we're pretty close to pulling those walls down. Everyone should have a Scout Napoleon. It's very, very important, very common during historical wars. I'm seeing lots of Seaside resort availability on in our new resort cities. We've earned a great person. James Watt, you are extremely welcome. There we go. We're starting to generate some great people points. So I want to rebase him over to here, right? He has 2 actions. We want to use them to build the factories in Onidini and Ndakusuka? Boy, I don't have any idea on that one. All right. Oh, we have to catch up on all of this stuff that we've been neglecting, so it'll be a few turns. That's fine. All right. City-states trigger the inspiration for totalitarianism. Man. We've discovered some sources of aluminum within our empire already. Handy. So obviously we're going to need to make a builder to start grabbing that stuff. And then also, again, you know, we're just going to need to continue building tile improvements as well, obviously. So we're at 20 turns on this still. That's longer than I would like. Alright, so we have a governor in this city, improving the tourism of these things. Where else do we have wonders? We have a wonder in Gyeongju.
If you see a castle under fog...
Does it make sense to move Magnus, then? We certainly don't have a wonder here. Ooh. Look at how nice that district's starting to look. I don't think I've actually, like, zoomed in and looked at the government plaza before. Yeah, Magnus, I don't think he needs to be here anymore. The primary reason he was here was to help with the construction of the factory. So yeah, let's move him to Gyeongju. He can be helping to provide extra tourism here. Wow, their city strength jumped to 103, probably having to do with this tank army they constructed. I really, really need to improve my military tech very badly. I have allowed that to fall behind, to become of secondary importance, and that is something that has to be fixed. Alright, so I'm going to move you to the capital, where you will protect our precious great works of writing. Alright, we actually have good districts here. This is a pretty good place for us to run a trade route to Alexander from. Okay, that's resolved. You are just gonna sleep for a while. Oh, theater squares everywhere. So we're gonna get this guy. We don't need to spend faith. I think I'll hold on to my faith for a time when we are in contention for something. Yeah. Tanks, man. That's a problem for us. Okay. Our city center is going to trivially kill these barbarians, obviously. Oh, hey. We can finally make our archaeologists. I don't think anything changes here, though. Our policies are very good right now. What we do need is a larger government. We just need more slots. Okay, well, that's not really what I was hoping for. Okay, so obviously the bombard needs to fall back. Let's swap it into the city. This is what we're strong against. This is a cavalry class unit. So if I can just move you over to here, I think we can actually kill this thing. Oh, it looks like not quite. Nah, we left it at like 1. We are out-teched here. Alright, fortunately we have a promotion available. That'll get us most of our health back. Camps get to be pretty great improvements later in the game. We've earned an envoy. We've earned a bunch of envoys. So there are social policies giving us envoys in addition to our envoys from influence points. Well, we can put one more in Zanzibar because we actually do have banks now. And then from there, yeah, Auckland's pretty good. Maybe I just want to hold them so that I can take Zanzibar back when somebody inevitably takes it from us. No, I want to go up to +2 production in every workshop, though. That's nice. That's a nice thing to have. Probably an art museum at this point. So like I said, we need a bigger government. We need neighborhoods. This might be what we do with faith. National parks can generate a lot of tourism. They're hard to place. We'll talk about that in detail once we have our first naturalist. But you know what? This is what we're going to do with our faith. We're going to get a naturalist. Maybe more than one. It's not super easy to build national parks. You have to have an area in your civilization with a pretty specific group of attributes. It's super weird to me that Auckland has been at, like, no health and 0 fortification for so long. What is happening over there? Is it, like, under siege from barbarians? And then we have our antiquity sites up now. So, what does it cost to hire an Wow, okay. We will be building our archaeologists. Well, now we've got something for our cities to do. Unfortunately, this worker might get taken by barbarians. Well, if he does, we'll get him back. It might take a little while. Yeah, that's fine. We got our mine. Okay, so they had to take a promotion, which means we get to spend another turn shooting at them. Trying to whittle them down. We have a promotion available, but honestly, I am occupying a district right now. The thing is, we might be able to kill this tank, right? Wow, we really don't do a lot of damage to this thing. We're a very out-of-date unit. Yeah, no, we gotta take the shot, because I think we can kill it. Although if I do kill it, I will be in trouble. Actually, if I do kill it, I'll end up in a space within firing range of the 103 city strength city that we didn't quite manage to finish the walls of. So I guess I don't do that. I don't really want to lose my pike and shot army. Well, at least it's too low to kill me, I think. I kind of wanted to pillage the trade route, but honestly, we need the health on that unit way more than we need gold. We also have broadcast centers unlocked, huh? Well, as much as I want to build one of those... actually, I don't have the option of building an archaeologist here. Did I build an art museum in this city? Is that what's up? Nodwengu... Oh yeah, Nodwengu went art museum. Okay. The archaeologists have to come from the archaeology museum cities. That's fine, we'll start working on a broadcast center. There is another wonder that I would like to build, but not in that city, probably. Yeah, we need a city with a little bit more industry. The Hermitage takes a long time to put up. Yeah, I think we'll just start working on these. So, great musician points really don't come in to the game until pretty late. We're just now hitting the great musician buildings. Yeah, we should build better walls. Now that we have some better walls available. So here, we're working on our bombards. Oh, Jinju, you need to take a little break from that and fix your walls. You are actually on the front. This is kind of what I was talking, like this very, very low focus thing. I guess we have reason to suspect that she's at war with another player right now, so maybe most of her army is devoted to that. Because Tamiris is a military type person. She probably has an okay army going. There might be a serious, like, incredibly pitched battle going on over there. Alright, and then I think we can just ignore Mycenae until it becomes ours naturally. I'm not going to devote any effort to it.
What gunpowder did for war, improvement makes straight roads. But the crooked roads without improvement are roads of genius.
See, that's interesting. Public Works, like, I'm about to buy another builder, I think. Help us get stuff done. We could pull Grand Opera. I don't... No, I think we're good. I think we're fine. Like, the stuff we have equipped is reasonable. We could use Great Artist points. But I really do want the faster growth on these little cities. Our population's actually getting pretty good. Not sure if I want to clear forests on this just like flat land over here. I do want this to get done more quickly though. Yeah, like I said, I think I'm going to buy. I can't buy a builder because there is already a civilian class unit in the city. Okay, I do want to try to steal a great work. That might not be a thing to do right this second. Right this second, what we should do is gain sources. Spend a little bit more time setting up. We're certainly not in danger of taking the city anytime soon. Oh, this barbarian musket is going to come over here and, like, pillage stuff, he thinks. Fire on it. There we go. Get out of here with that. Just going to get back to work here. If that tank wants to come out and fight us, we will fight it. We're all waiting right here. I'm a little surprised they haven't driven off Napoleon yet, although I guess there's not, like, a tremendous reason to do so. Alright, I'm just actually going to wait one turn. We will save the money. We are going to need to start building again right away here. Okay. There's a barbarian encampment over here that needs cleaning out. Obama needs to make us an archaeologist. Let's start getting artifacts. Alright, so she doesn't really need any more levels. Promoting him worthwhile? Vertical integration's not bad. I ordinarily don't build in such a way as to take much advantage of this, but I believe that over here we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's not actually within range of his city. But like if we swapped him and Victor, then Jinju could get the benefit of multiple. Actually, that's a really good idea too, because actually, you know what Jinju should be doing? It should be building the Hermitage. Must be built along a river. Ah, that's awkward. Well, we can build it here, right? Does this tile belong to the wrong city? It does. Okay, I'm going to steal this. Okay, so I'm going to give this governor title to Magnus. Do we have strategic resources in this city? 1. Alright, well I guess we'll give him the other one. Strategic resources are not required in this city to produce resource-dependent units. You know what? The city does not have an Akonda, so actually that does have value. And then he goes to Gyeongju just to take advantage of our dedication. Alright, Lisbon is declaring war on me. Yeah. It turns out the other players have an awful lot of envoys to devote to taking over city-states. Ooh, a great musician. Man, Greece has way too many of our cultural great people. We're so close to being able to roll in the field cannons. Yeah, they could run out and remove Napoleon, but I don't think there's a huge amount of value in doing that for them because I'll just move him right back in. He'll teleport back to the nearest city. The way great people work is a little weird. All right, well, let's establish our first seaside resort. So the output of this tile is just increasing by gold, but we do actually get tourism from this, if I'm not mistaken. Unless they changed it. Yeah, provides tourism equal to the tile's appeal. So if we switch over to our appeal lens real quick here, you can see tiles have different levels of appeal naturally. Here we have a charming tile, an average tile, and there are a bunch of different things that go into it. I think mountains provide appeal. Being on the coast can increase your appeal. Oh, wow. Maybe we should come build a city right here just so that we can make use of all these breathtaking tiles. In fact, I think that's definitely something that should happen. We can go ahead and make that farm there. Gonna go get these diamonds. And then we'll probably clear forests. Just try to accelerate our industrial zone out. You can go back to waiting in the city now. So yeah, what does a settler cost at this point in the game? 680? Okay, so we could buy one in a couple of turns, settle over here, and make another resort city. We can't quite... Okay, hold on. These horsemen are in a terrible position. They need to get out of the way. Can't quite merge into the merge this guy into the army this turn. City strength just keeps climbing. I'm a little worried that that tank is getting back. The tank army is getting back to high enough health to threaten our bombard again, and it barely survived the first time, and it's not actually at full health right now. Maybe I'm being a little greedy, but I just really want those walls down. Because then we're much safer to actually move in our real military units and engage in combat. So we need to clear this island. We have plans for it. Oh, we definitely need a theater square here. Ah, that's a good tile. It's probably losing this forest along a river is probably not worth the extra one culture. Let's just go and build our. I could build it here and not lose the mine. But here it's giving extra adjacency bonus to a lot of stuff. This is a good location for it. These little clusters of districts are pretty good. Pretty good value. It doesn't matter a huge amount where this goes, I guess. We actually need more workers. Oh, hey, tanks. The tank army, diverted and destroyed our horsemen. We've had that horseman unit for such a long time.
And the growth of urban concentration.
I don't think we need to change our policies. We do need to finally finish the walls over here. Really, the city can still perform ranged attacks. It has a fortification health of 2. I can't shoot over the jungle to hit the tanks. Mycenae, get out of here. 8 turns, alright. Well, roll this field cannon army up over here. Alright, we finally managed to kill those tanks. This will be all of my movement, so I won't actually get to shoot at the artillery, it looks like, if I roll up here, so let's not move you forward. Okay, we will absolutely recruit a great person. Okay. Yeah, vertical integration is very helpful. In 2 turns, when he's in this city, we should see this this amount of time left on Hermitage come down considerably. Oh, I attacked before forming up. Also, that heals it. That's nice. Chunchin probably just needs to build us a builder. Some more archaeologists. You should probably be... Wait. Which kind of museum does Ulundi have? I was going to say you should be in Ulundi, but Ulundi might be an archaeological... Yeah, archaeological museum. So yeah, actually, Nodwengu and Guangzhou are our only choices at the moment. This is fine. No, it's not. There's some small chance that we could lose Guangzhou as a result of, you know, the war. She's starting to look a little bit more aggressive. Let's put the Great Works in a place where they'll be very safe. How much is that tile? It's going to slow down our settler a little bit. That's fine. We're not really ready to settle over there yet. We need it to be cleared first. Yeah, that helped. That was good. And Chunchin, build a neighborhood. We don't extremely need the housing here, but it will be a place where we can eventually build one of those tourism malls. So we want to put it on a tile that has a decent amount of appeal, but not so much that we could use it for other stuff, and also a place where the yields aren't great. So like here. Alright, air score's climbing, but we've had enough golden ages now that our thresholds are starting to get pretty ugly. That's alright. If we Dark Age again, I'm sure we'll be able to figure out another Heroic Age afterward. Start working on conservation, and then after that we probably need to focus on getting another government. One that has a few more slots, perhaps. Alright, Sikhism is still holding strong over here, it looks like. Don't have to worry too much about the religion war. I'm really glad, because we were not actually contributing very much to that. There we go, the walls are finally down. The walls are down, they've lost their tanks. Let's get in here and start doing some damage. Okay, and obviously these are all real great artists and real great works that they produced, which is cool. You can, like, absorb a little bit of culture while playing your video game. I like to joke. Obviously, I don't actually think that video games don't have redeeming cultural value, because how would I play them so much if I believed that? So none of the other tiles around here are good enough for... Yeah, we could harvest this stone to make another seaside resort. I don't know. That might be worth doing, because harvesting the stone will also rush the industrial zone. I don't harvest stuff very often. Okay, well... We want to make another builder in this city. And we want to transfer James Watt over here post-haste. Don't worry, Bombard. At some point you will be relevant. We're working on it. Okay, I guess Lisbon is no longer under Greek control.
Bolt actions speak louder than words.
Mycenae, get out of here. You are not welcome here. Okay, this is only down to 23 turns. I was hoping that the effect would be slightly more dramatic than it turned out to be. Oh, in fact, some of our cities are starting to adhere to Sikhism. Although, Scythia has some feelings about that. I honestly, like, I really, really like the changes to the alliance system. Oh no, I moved us into firing range of that thing. Well, we take a little bit of damage. I was trying to, you know, make it so that this field cannon would be able to roll in and fire since it gets to shoot twice per turn. Yeah, it says we can move, but we definitely actually can't move. There's no way I'm bringing down the walls of this thing with the field cannon. So we're just going to have to endure a shot. I don't think it should kill us in one hit, hopefully. And we can get this low XP bombard in here and start getting XP off of the unwalled city. Nice. Workshop and factory immediately built, and factories provide +2 production, and then we're just going to do the same thing over here in Ondini. So yeah, I need to actually buy that settler. Oh hey, I also need to wrap the episode. Wow, that actually didn't do very much damage at all. It has a bombard strength of... Huh. The mouse over tooltip says 103, this says 83. And both of those, it must actually be 83. I'm really surprised by how little damage that did. Let's move to here so we're not taking the unnecessary damage. Just rain fire on this thing. And then eventually run over here with our pike and shot army. Alright, so, great works. Objects of the same type from different artists. So we have a couple of portraits to work with and also a piece of religious art. You can see the museum is not providing a huge amount of culture or tourism right now, but we'll get this up via theming. And I believe that there is eventually a social policy that makes theming more effective. Greece is just scouting with their great writers because they have nothing else to do with them. I want to rush this, but I also don't want to spend money on... Well, let's go over here and grab these pearls. I don't want to spend money on stuff because I want to save it up for buying the settler. Oh, I can't... Yeah, I can't rebase right now because there is a unit in there already. Well, boy, what is next for you? More theater squares are welcome, but... You know what? Just build the settler. Yeah, we'll keep buying tile improvements and builders back on the mainland, and... We'll just build the settler. I'm not in a huge hurry. Man, okay, there it is. I was gonna say, we just heard the barbarian noise, but we can now see so much land that I have no idea where it could be. Alright, so this is gonna be the last turn for this video. I really should have cut this earlier. I didn't realize how much time was passing, because I'm just having fun over here. There it is. There's promotion number 4 for this field cannon army. Oh, hey, tanks. Unfortunately, unfortunately for them, they can't just make a corps or an army. They have to build the individual units and then eventually merge them together. So it's going to take them a long time to really be able to threaten us again. Okay, I changed my mind. Go back to the place that you were going before. That tile has charming appeal. That tile has breathtaking appeal. You build a seaside resort over there. Alright, what else do you need to do? Oh, yeah, I was going to build a resort. Okay. Things are going alright. Okay, we're going to be able to make the attack in a single turn from where we're currently standing, so we don't need to move the pike and shot army forward. It can just wait. We're about to take a pretty large and powerful city. This Great Zimbabwe Wonder here, I think, belongs to the city down here. Right, because this is Corinth's theater square, so this is the other city's theater square, so it's got to be pretty close. Alright, yeah, I think that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is going pretty well, and we're starting to accumulate tourism really quickly. And since we're currently throwing a pretty big monkey wrench into the gears of our biggest culture competitor, I think we're probably actually going to be able to pull this off. It turns out, your strategy only has to be about 75% effective if you just kill everybody whose strategy is 100% effective. So come back next time, the continuation of our big war on Greece, and we'll see you then.